Blam, blam, blam. Welcome to the news. Stay to the end to find out how we get there. So, today we're talking about actually just not being part of anything, because it's just sort of a little bit overwhelming sometimes to be connected to various wavelengths on a day-to-day basis, and trying to connect to various wavelengths on a consistent basis if there are certain goals that are unrelated and they are trying to connect with each other like wavelengths, trying to string together over time to equal a greater sum that is in its entirety a circle that corresponds to finishing a task, finishing a goal, completing a process that makes it circular, cyclical, and in a complete form. Whereas all these circles that are trying to be completed necessarily, regardless of them, are somewhat distractions, I guess. Whereas the idea is, because we're always on so many different wavelengths all the time, is that this podcast is trying to be a symbol for just trying to just forget all of them at the same time, just let everything go at the same time, let it all go, for the purpose of that being one of the bigger, better, more important, parts of this whole mindset concept of just being energy as people, as opposed to being a person and then wearing different hats of a different role in different parts of the day. Because it's just kind of more about letting all of the hats fall to the ground, in essence, because after all, we are all just able to do so many things in the day, and it's it doesn't, if you think of the last 1,000 years or even 10 billion years, it's in context to where we are right now in terms of 10 billion years ago, it's just really not that serious, which is a joke, but it's also not, because in contrast, 1 billion years ago, or even 700 years ago, someone's daytime experience and or schedule was something that they had to put a certain amount of effort into, and then it's all a matter of so many wavelengths that you can hold up, or how many plates you can keep spinning every single day. Whereas upon letting it all just go, that's where you actually connect with everybody, including somebody who's 10 billion years old from today. That's how you get to connect with everything all at once, is by letting everything go and letting everything fall to the floor. And everything with plates spinning and things of this nature every single day is a matter of just doing what you can do, and this, that, the other thing. Whereas when you let everything go, when you forget about everything, when you stop everything, when you let all the plates fall to the floor every single day, that's where you are really a part of everything and everyone everywhere. Because every plate that you have spinning in your life, every plate that you have as focuses on your plates of attention, correspond to opportunity cost. And realistically, there's only that one thing that's on your plate that you can focus on at a time based on our attention span. And so the opportunity cost means everything that you're not choosing is everything else in the whole entire world and or ecosystem or galaxy or universe that you're not choosing, other than that one thing that you happen to be focusing on during the time that you are focusing on it. So the opportunity cost there is pretty significant in terms of everything else that you're not connecting with. Whereas when you let everything go, when you close your eyes, when you just are one with the universe, when you're one with sort of meditation and or an element of prayer, whatever different people call those different things, that it's a matter of being a part of everything. It's a matter of letting go of the opportunity. In other words, the process where you are consistently changing wavelengths in whatever society is today, whatever measurement of society it is in today's present moment, and then that connects to that is relinquished when you let all the plates fall to the ground and you just close your eyes in the middle of the day, not when you're just going to sleep, but meditation and appreciation for nothing, for the actual element of nothing, and just connecting with time, space, and nothing, because that's everything. Nothing is everything, meaning it's relevant to just try to be part of everything, and take actually appreciation for nothing every single day, because nothing is everything, and that's everything. That means you're not focusing on one thing, some aspect of your shoes, and then therefore forgetting about every other thing in the world. When your eyes are closed, when you're, or whether or not your eyes are closed, you could be just zoned out. But nonetheless, like if you're tuned into the frequency of meditation, of just overall alignment with nothing and a void of an abyss of endless, boundless, infinite energy and that we're surrounded by in life, that you then are therefore aligned with everything else in life. It's just kind of very strange. It's very strange indeed. So that's just sort of the little mantra for today. Kind of, it's almost just like a temptation to just go keep it short and sweet and just say that, because it's a little bit overwhelming sometimes to just think about how whelmed you are, regardless of if you're overwhelmed or not. I don't even know if that makes sense. But the point being is that if you're just constantly focused on life, our conscious life, everything that you have to do, to-do lists, tasks, doing errands, things of this nature, versus so every little task is like is a connection that is separate from everything else that you're not choosing in the world at the same time. In other words, that's when you're choosing to put your attention on something of an action, then you're giving away everything else in the world that you could possibly also be in terms of energetically. So therefore, when you close your eyes, when you stop everything, when you let everything just kind of fizzle away, you are everything. You can become everything. And so it's just like a matter of really trying to resonate with that, because everything is a lot overwhelming when you're trying to do and be everything. And it's ironic that it's very difficult to actually try to ever accomplish that in terms of what you're trying to do in the daytime, and it's very consuming and overwhelming in of itself. Whereas when you're nothing, you are everything, and we are all everything all the time anyways. But just focusing on small aspects of our lives is distractions. Anyways, another little bonus piece is that there's a website called Bright Funded. So Bright Funded gives $1,000 prop firm challenge to be able to do prop firm funding, which is similar to like DraftKings. A couple nights ago I was talking about you pay $5 and you get $200 or $150 or $300 in free bets, and this is similar to that, but this is the prop firm industry corresponding to like the foreign exchange markets, and it's called Bright Funded, and you get a free $1,000 to basically play into the foreign exchange markets, to try to turn that into profit, and then keep a portion of the profit upon showing an interest or an ability to stay consistent and keep an account alive and be able to turn a little bit of profit. So it's like kind of like free money at your whim at brightfunded.com. So anyway, it's really a matter of trying to just be more on the out of the ordinary side today, I guess, like maybe intentionally to just be like out there, just in the hopes or the thought that it might resonate with someone else, that it's just like helpful to go there and just like go out there, let everything just to the ground, and then close your eyes, and then you are just everything. You are everyone, you are everywhere, and there's no lack in that instance. And it's a conscious connection. I think it's not an unconscious one where you're like asleep. It's just that acknowledgement that when you are doing things in your day-to-day life, that you're actually choosing one wavelength, whereas all the other wavelengths in the world and the universe are floating and flowing beyond and beside you, when you are that focused on some action or task per se that's just contextual to where we are in time and space and your circumstance and your culture that's surrounding and your energy that is related to your direct environment, as opposed to being a part of nothing, stopping, letting all the plates fall to the ground and just being absolute nothing and just blending into a wall, blending into a sidewalk, blending into the flowers, and focusing on that nothingness while you are part of it all, to become part of everything, to merge with everything by stopping the hamster wheel of thoughts and mindsets, to just be everything and everyone in a conceptual connection by just stopping and knowing that that's the purpose of what you're doing that for. Because there's, why not? And that's all for now. Thanks again, Dinky Tech and Change for Games Studios. Dinky T, Change for Games. Bye. Peace. Bye. And let's all remember to push for world peace every single day. Let's all remember to push for world peace every single day. Let's push for world peace every single day. And also, let's remember to try to clear the animal shelters. Let's clear all the animal shelters in the world. Let's clear all the animal shelters in the world, because we can foster all the shelter animals. We can adopt all the shelter animals in the world. We can rescue all the shelter animals in the world. And we can also hire the shelter animals as healers. We can also hire the shelter animals as healers all throughout the world, so that they don't have to be mistreated in animal shelters. And we can clear the animal shelters, and we can hire the shelter animals as healers throughout our communities. Hire the shelter animals as healers throughout our communities, because they also work for free, and they could use better purpose and use better jobs and be able to add value and be therapeutic energy for humans and humanity, to help us be more harmonious as humans and among humanity for all the animals in the world, to clear all the animal shelters, to try to get them to transition their energy in terms of therapeutic energy to all humans, so we can clear the animal shelters to add value to humanity in terms of harmony if possible. And let's push for world peace every single day and clear the animal shelters every day. That's all for now. Thanks again, Dinky Tech and Change for Game Studios. Bye. Peace. Bye.